Thank you for joining me for this quick tutorial on using some of the features on Google and Google Scholar. Now, a lot of times there's the misconception that the good materials, the scholarly materials, can't be found on Google. And while we certainly want you to use the resources that Liberty has made available for you through the Liberty University library website, there's still quite a few good things that you can do through Google that might be helpful to you as you do your research. Now, here's the Google homepage. If you go to the Google homepage and type in Google Books, let me show you one feature called Google Books. Here is Google Books. We'll click on that option, and you'll notice that you can actually search for a particular book, or in our case, we'll search for a book on strategic management. I'll just go ahead and choose that here since it popped up. And you'll notice we have a number of books about strategic management, or at least that have that in its title. And some of these books, and one of the reasons why I like Google Books, especially as an online student, is that some of these books will have what are called previews. Now, obviously, Google's not going to provide the entire book when these previews are available, but a lot of times you can at least get a portion of the book through Google Books. So I'll show you what I mean. If you click on the title, for this one that does have a preview, you'll notice you can actually scroll through and look at a portion of the book right here online for free without having to log in or do anything. So that is a possibility, especially as you look through sources to see what might be relevant to you. And here we are on the Google homepage again, and let me show you some options in what is called Google Scholar. If you type in Google Scholar and hit search, here's our Google Scholar page, and let me show you a couple of things. First of all, if you go up to the top right and click on Settings in Google Scholar, and then over to the left and click on Library Links, you can actually search for Liberty University. And we'll do a search, and I've happened to have already checked these options, but you can check both of these options for Liberty University, get it at LU options, and get it at LU, and then save those options. Now, when you do your search in Google Scholar, it actually links up with a number of the articles that we have available in the library. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say we do a search on strategic management, and I'm going to put that in quotation marks because I want to search for the phrase rather than the individual words, and I'll click on search. Now, you'll notice that we have a number of great articles here. This is really a helpful option because it shows you that, like for this one, for instance, this first one, there's an option to the right that says get it at LU because we linked up our library link to it. Now, if you were to click on get it at LU, it takes you into Liberty's site and shows you the links that you would need to open this through our site. You also, some of these aren't going to have that option, but perhaps they've been made available online. And one of the nice things about Google Scholar is a lot of these materials are considered scholarly materials. They've just been made available online rather than through a library. So you could possibly use some of these sources, and that's one of the things I want to emphasize about Google, is that the information that comes from Google isn't necessarily bad information. It could be great information. You just have to be careful in making sure you evaluate your sources and make sure that the information you're taking from Google is in fact scholarly. And Google Scholar is a great way to help you filter out some of the things that aren't considered scholarly. Now, a couple of other options that you might want to be aware of. Over on the left, if you had to limit your search results according to year, you could do that here. You could also click on case law if you wanted to search for this term in an actual case law. Maybe you have a business class that deals with legal business and such like that. You could look that way. Another option that you'll want to notice is this option, create an alert. If you click on create alert and then type in your email here and then click on create alert again, it will send you an email the next time that a new article is added that refers to strategic management in some way. So that could be helpful to you. Now, another option, let me just mention this to you, is this option cited by. So if this article is an important article, it really nails home your research. If you click on cited by, then it's going to show you all of the other articles that have used that article in their own research. So you might be able to find some related material that would be helpful in your research. So just a couple of ways that you can use Google Scholar. I hope this has been helpful to you. Please remember that the Jerry Falwell Library has what you need to succeed.